A true classic, The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. Stay tuned for the Book Bringer next. It's the Book Bringer, bringing you books. Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Hey everybody, I'm John here with the Book Bringer, bringing you great excerpts from books. Today we have Stephen Crane's The Red Badge of Courage. Now, this is a book I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with and they've probably read it in high school, but it'll benefit you greatly from reading it again as an adult. Now, there's much to be said about a young man and the war and the nature of war, but today I want to focus on the prose, the language of the book. Stephen Crane did a great job here, not only talking about the war and a youth away from home, but the geography of the land, the men, and just the overall adventure of war. A lot of times in the war, in this depiction of war by Stephen Crane, there's down times, there's times of peace and lulls, and when nothing's going on, when everything's just kind of boring. And here's a daydream that the youth in the story has. There were moments of waiting. The youth thought of the village street at home before the arrival of the circus parade on a day in the spring. He remembered how he had stood, a small, thrillful boy, prepared to follow the dingy lady upon the white horse, or the band in its faded chariot. He saw the yellow road, the lines of expectant people, and the sober houses. He particularly remembered the old fellow who used to sit upon a cracker box in the front of the store and feigned to despise such exhibitions. 1,000 details of color and form surged in his mind. The old fellow up on the cracker box appeared in middle prominence. Someone cried, "Here they come!" What's great about this part here is just this lull in the action. He's daydreaming. He's thinking about this old guy in a cracker box in his hometown. And all of a sudden the war starts again. There's danger right around the corner, right in front of his eyes. And just the geography here, the descriptions, the yellow road, the sober houses, the expectant people. What a great job Stephen Crane does with the descriptions there. And next we have this other description about a sandwich. There's also this expectation of the men. They're quarreling about the lack of fighting. There's boredom around. There's no action. They came there for a fight. Listen to this part here. "Well, I want to do some fighting anyway," interrupted the other. "I didn't come here to walk. I could have walked to home, around and around the barn if I just wanted to walk." The tall one, red-faced, swallowed another sandwich as if taking poison in despair. But gradually as he chewed, his face became again quiet and contented. He could not rage in fierce argument in the presence of such sandwiches. I love that sentence there about the sandwich, how it just brings peace to him. There's escapism and joy just in a normal mere thing like a sandwich. It helps him escape the war for a while, forget about his troubles, forget about the fighting. It just goes on to talk about the blissful contemplation of the food he had swallowed. His spirit seemed then to be at communion with the viands, meaning delicious food. I encourage you to read The Red Badge of Courage, even though you've probably read it before, maybe a long time ago, but you need to revisit it as an adult and just take in the whole beauty that Stephen Crane puts down in his book. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Book Bringer. Hey, if you like the video, why not hit the thumbs up or even subscribe to this channel? Hey, we'll catch you next time with more great books on The Book Bringer.